Breaking rules. I'll do this shit for you. Nigga straight, saying like in my face. Looking funny, I get you on 1800. Under them nasty niggas. BBS's. I'm cool, but the block is hot. You hit the block, no baby, let me out. Up all night trying to get it, you need some jiggy rest. Don't need no GPS. Broward County, all the projects. Okay, man. Listen, they don't know you gon' make it. I'm out here paper chasing. That money drive me crazy. Flashing these niggas hate it, cause I just emancipated. Look what the streets done made me. Life of a project, baby. A little throwback Kodak Black, man. What's going on there, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Smart Night Show. I'm your favorite host, AI, what it is and what it ain't. So, like I was saying last night, before I figured out that I wasn't recording the Twitch, I'm new to Twitch. But they kicked me off of TikTok. And then they messed around and came back and then kicked me off of Instagram. So, Twitch wasn't my go-to. I was doing everything in my power to avoid Twitch because I just felt like, my kind of content isn't fit for Twitch, but I need somewhere to do broadcasts and stuff like that. So, I'm on here for that, but I'm not sure if I fit in the crowd here. Everybody just get on here and they're not really saying nothing or doing anything. So I'm just like, damn, is this the platform I need to be on? But we here, man. Anyways, let's get into it. So let's talk about how exotic being black is. You know what I'm saying? My father once told me that being black is literally the most extremist sport in the whole entire world. And more specifically, Black American. Being Black American is the most extremist sport in the world. And it's like, everybody hates us. Pretty much as Black Americans, we ain't got no friends. We ain't got no allies. Everybody hates us. From, the Caribbeans to the Africans to the white folks to the Asians to the damn Middle Easterns. Just everybody hates us, but everybody loves us. It's literally the most weirdest shit ever. It's like everybody hates you, but everybody loves you at the same damn time. It's like my nigga Paul Mooney said, everybody wants to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. Which means is that everybody loves what Black Americans produce. They like our swag, they like our culture, they like what we bring to the table. Everybody mimics it, everybody copies it. But if you were to ask somebody, do you want to be a nigga? Do you want to go through what niggas go through? Do you want nigga problems? Man, don't nobody want that shit. But everybody wants the rewards of or the cool things that come with being black. You see what I'm saying? And it's very interesting because it works out for me because that means I'm never out of a job because there's always something to talk about in the black media. There's something always going on. There's not one platform right now where you don't have a commentator or you don't have somebody in black people's business right now. You see what I'm saying? If it's not Diddy, then it's LeBron James. If it's not LeBron James, then it's Will Smith. If it's not Will Smith, then it's Chris Rock. If it's not Chris Rock, then it's Sexy Red. Like, there's always something going on. See what I'm saying? It's an extreme sport. Right, you understand? And but you know, me personally as a black American, I love this shit. I would have, hey, I would have traded this shit in for nothing in the world. I love this shit. Cause it's kind of like, what the fuck do white people got going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they don't really get attention like that. No other group of race of people get as much attention as black Americans. But then when you ask yourself, you know, do we even really want to know what the fuck white folks got going on? Is that something do we really want to know? Because we kind of sort of know what's going on. Just a whole bunch of nothing. And if it's not nothing, then it's the complete opposite, which is a whole lot of evil shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the Jeffrey Weinstein, however you say his name, you know what I'm saying? It's like they don't got no chill. There's no middle ground. It's either they're really born or they're trying to end the world. That's the only two options they got. It's either they doing nothing or they about to end the whole entire world. They're doing some devious shit. And you need to hurry up and learn what the hell they got going on before it's too late. It's either they're colonizing some shit and they're trying to extract some resources out of somebody's land, Africa, Haiti, Jamaica, or they at home eating mayonnaise in a bucket. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, white people, they can't make it on the media. You know, they don't got to chill. They don't got, you know what I'm saying? They're not doing things for money. They're not trying to get attention. They don't want too much attention on them. See how the CIA and the FBI done closed the Jeffrey Weinstein case up quick and hurry? Boom! Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Case closed. We didn't find nothing. There's no list. There's nothing here. There's no mixtape album for the Jeffrey Weinstein case. I call it the mixtape album. You know what I'm saying? There's no mixtape album. There's nothing to be seen here. There's nothing to notice. See, if he was black, they would have found that mixtape album. They would have found that list. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of being black, man. Being black is the most extreme sport in the whole entire world. Dog. I don't know how to explain it, dog. It's just wherever we go, people gravitate to, man. They can't help it. Anyways, so let's get into some controversy. So last night, two nights ago, Drake had a concert, and I think he was in London. I don't know. I he was somewhere. I don't really keep up with Drake like that. But this light skinned nigga that came out and said, "No disrespect." Oh, this is on stage. He says, "No disrespect to America, but nobody in the world can out rap London rappers." Hey, where's my soldier boy voice at? Drake, Drake, Arby, Arby said that. Nigga, Drake from Degrassi, he said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you know what? And I know a lot of people gonna take offense to this because you know the whole delineation that's going on right now between Black Americans and the rest of the diaspora. You know, y'all gotta understand something. Drake has an identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? He's a mixed Oreo, and he doesn't fit particularly nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Like he don't really get the credit from niggas. Niggas don't really give Drake no credit. Like he don't get no street credit. I fuck with Drake. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Drake music here and there. But you know, I know I could bully Drake. I know that he don't get no respect in my hood. Ain't nobody bumping Drake out loud. Drake is something you play at the party for the hoes. You know what I'm saying? You play Drake alone in your room. You know what I'm saying? With your headphones in. You don't blast Drake as a nigga. So because the niggas, you know, the black community, we don't really accept Drake like that. We tolerate Drake. Drake speaks more to the mixed kids, the mulatto kids, the half black, half white kids, the Spanish kids, the people who got a hint of black in them. That's who Drake represents. So when he comes out and says some shit like no disrespect to America, but the London rappers are the best. Like nigga, wait. But who is you, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You are the number one pop artist, hip hop artist. You're not the number one rapper. No one looks up to you as a rapper. Although I think you're a decent rapper. I think Drake is, you know, he's pretty certified in rap, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? I think his daddy is from I think his daddy's FBA, foundationally Black American. And I think his mother is Jewish, but he grew up with his mother. You know what I'm saying? His mother is the one who raised him so culturally he's going to identify with being Jewish more than anything. So you got to understand where he's coming from. Like this is not a nigga. This is a half breed Jewish white boy who came off of Degrassi. You see what I'm saying? Who was in a wheelchair, and his name is Arbery. You see what I'm saying? So when a nigga named Arbery makes a statement, you know what I'm saying? You can't really take it too personal. And the whole thing is that Drake, he can't outside of rap. He don't really get no respect outside of the art that he does. Like most athletes or rappers or entertainers, they're usually known for being big stars in their industry, but anything outside of that, they're not really honored in what they say. Their voice don't really matter like that outside of them performing. So when Drake says London rappers are better than American rappers, kind of like, you know, what the fuck? Okay, whatever, nigga. Right, you done got your ass whooped. I know what it is. Matter of fact, I'm tripping. I know what it is. I'm about to make this slide. He done got his ass whooped. He done got out rapped by a leprechaun nigga out of the West Coast, Kendrick Lamar, and now he wanna shit on all Black American hip hop artists. That's all it is. He's mad because the fans has chosen Kendrick Lamar. I didn't choose Kendrick Lamar. I think Drake should have kept rapping, but I guess he ain't had no more ammo. Every time Drake goes up against a nigga, he loses. Every time he goes up against a dark skinned nigga in rap, he loses. I don't know why. Pusha T, Drake ain't win that. He didn't win that rap battle against Pusha T. Pusha T was on his ass like white on rice. They had to come cancel the beef. They said, Pusha, just chill out, Pusha. Don't do it to the light skinned kid. He's a Jewish kid. He's not of the culture like that. He's just here profiting off of our culture, but he's not really like that. You got to chill. Kendrick Lamar, another dark skinned nigga, he lost that one pretty much because he ain't had no clapback after Kendrick dropped his last song. And he kind of let the beef kind of fade away. All right, nigga, you lost. Now you out on stage talking about some London rappers better than American rappers because some niggas done beat you in the U.S. Yeah, the culture is ours, of course. Of course you're going to lose to niggas. You didn't. And here's the problem. The problem is when these other groups of people who are not in the culture, you know what I'm saying? When they're not in the culture, or when they're not from the culture and they had to assimilate to the culture, they be very salty. You know what I'm saying? They be salty as hell because they ain't really niggas for real. They not niggas. They gotta get the game from niggas. And when niggas stop letting them get the game from us, when we look at them and say, hold on, nah, nigga, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't no nigga for real. They get offended. Now they get on stage talking about some UK rappers. I ain't never put on no damn nigga from the UK on my arms. That shit don't even make it to the US. Their songs, their albums don't even make it to the US. I don't know what the hell. But anyways, that's my little rant on Drake. So we had an article that came out today, and the person who wrote the article, this brother name is John Horder. Listen, y'all, I'm horrible at spelling names or saying names out loud, so please forgive me. I'm probably butchering this brother's name, John McWhorter. That's the best I could do. You know what I'm saying? We're pronouncing names, and he came out with an article. Was it today or yesterday? And then the title of the article, July 10th, 2025. So that was earlier this week. He came out with an article, and the article states, it's time to let go of African American. It's time to let go of African American. And you know what I'm saying? And it is about time. It's about time to let go of this goddamn, contradicting, oxymoron ass name. African American. How the hell you gonna be from how the hell can you be from two continents? How you could be from both Africa and America? You know what I'm saying? It's about time to get rid of this African American name. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is because the term itself doesn't serve us any purpose. It doesn't do us any good. I mean, for the last couple of decades, when I guess Jesse Jackson came out with the term, there's nothing positive that came from calling ourselves African Americans. No reparations came behind it. we had it kind of opened up a gate of other cultures coming into our culture. You know what I'm saying? Cosplaying as us, being inside our politics, being our representatives in government official spaces. See what I'm saying? It came with other cultures telling us we don't have a culture since they're in our names, African Americans, and Africans are the main ones telling us that we ain't got no culture. Bitch, get rid of the name. Get the name out of here. It don't serve us no purpose. Nothing good came out of calling ourselves African Americans. So when he wrote this article, I'm like, yeah, brother, it's about time. It's about time to let this contradicting ass name go. It just there's nothing good that came from it. It's a relatively new name. Like I said, it came from Jesse Jackson in the late '80s, and there's no real meaning behind it. Okay, African American. Where, nigga? What part of Africa are you from? You can't just call yourself African American. And I know people gonna say, well, it is Asian American. Yeah, but at least Asians can trace themselves back to a specific place in Asia. Right. They could call somebody in Asia right now to come by for the 4th of July. Ain't nobody I can pick up right now calling Africa for the 4th of July to come over eat some burgers and hot dogs, nigga. I don't know who the hell is in Africa. If I were to get in trouble in America, there's nobody I could call. There's no government official. There's no sovereignty that I could get in touch with that could get my ass out of jail. And if I were to get deported, what part of Africa they gonna send me to? How do you even know? How do you even know I'm even from Africa? I claim to be indigenous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm black indigenous to America. I don't know any relatives that's from Africa. I don't have no U.S. census that says, okay, at this point you came from Africa. There's nothing. So there's nothing that really connects us to Africa other than our skin color and some of our features. But that's about it. Yeah, and those features are not enough to say that you're from a particular part of the world. It's just we just have indigenous features. Being dark skinned with a broad nose, fat lips, that's just a part of being indigenous. Yeah, that's just a part of being the person who's pretty much from all over the planet. That's not specific to a particular spot in the world. That's not dedicated to a specific region in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go with the narrative that life came out of Africa, that means when we migrated, I was still black once I migrated, right? Yeah, if I migrated to America, how many years does it take for my skin to get lighter? Right. If we're going with that theory, which I don't agree with, I think niggas came to America. We was already black as hell, and some people crossed to Siberia and came to America, and then we bred with them, and then Europeans came along, and Europeans bred with them, and then all this mixing and highlighting them came about. But right. And then, Africans are trying to, I look at it as disrespect. I'm sorry that the term African to me is very disrespectful. African American, and it's kind of like because you're trying to little bro me. Yeah, when you call me an African American, you're trying to little bro me, and I'm nobody's bro. I've always been my own big bro. See what I'm saying? So when you say I'm African American, knowing there's some people that's called Africans, what that means that I'm a spin-off version of them. See what I'm saying? And they kind of have this hierarchy in their minds when they come to America in the first place. They be thinking that they better than niggas. They be thinking we had no culture. Burna Boy said it. Burna Boy came on stage or he came on an interview talking about some niggas ain't don't got culture. Meanwhile, dressing like a nigga. Meanwhile, the nigga dressing like a nigga. Meanwhile, the nigga looking like a nigga. Nigga looking like a nigga from Harlem mixed with down south, somewhere out of Louisiana. And then he got dreads in his head like a nigga from Florida. But niggas ain't got culture. They don't dress like that in Africa, nigga. Yeah, if I were to pull up Africa right now, you don't see no nigga swagged out like that with the big diamond chains around his neck, with the dreads, you know what I'm saying? Right. So people come over here and they disrespect us under the name of African American. They feel like they, what I'm saying, that they're big bro to compare to us. And nigga, y'all not no damn big bro to me. I'm so sorry. You are not my big bro. You know, if anything, I feel like we your big bro. You know what I'm saying? You coming over here, we not going over there. You coming over here begging for benefits and opportunities to get in certain industries or get into the rap game or to have the same status or cool points that we got. It comes through us. So nigga, I'm big bro. So yeah, it's about time to let go of this African name. It serves us no purpose, man. And then the Africans gonna come around talking about some, we got to stick together. We need to stick together. We need to stick together. And it's kind of like, nigga, why doesn't Africa stick together, nigga? Y'all the most tribalist continent in the whole entire goddamn world. Y'all niggas be beefing with around the corner. Yeah, the hut over here beats with the hut around the corner. So it could be 10 huts over here. They beefing with the 10 huts down the street over there with the kangaroos. They had a problem with them niggas having too many kangaroos, and somebody done ate a zebra, and he ate the ass part, and he was supposed to save the left cheek for the ass part for the whole village. Now these niggas out here beefing, chopping each other's head off with a machete. But you coming over here to America talking about we all got to be one. Nigga, please. Hell no. We ain't got to be one, bro. Hell no. Right. It's time to let this name go, man. African American serves us no purpose. We have our own lineage. I know a lot of blacks don't do a lot of U.S. census. I mean, I got my U.S. census. My family done theirs, and I could trace my family back all the way to the early 1800s. You know what I'm saying? And that's enough lineage for me in America. That's all I need. I don't need nothing else. And nothing else matters. As long as I know this many people in my family has been in America, that's all I need to focus on. And I need to focus on what we built in America. Right. America, I think America's older than Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, is America older than Africa? Let me Google it. I like to be accurate when I speak. Let me chat GPT it. Yeah, so black Americans, we built America. See what I'm saying? We are indigenous to America. When I say indigenous, well, I mean indigenous in two ways. First, indigenous meaning we were here during the start of America, of the United States of America, the corporation. We built the corporation of the United States of America. So we're indigenous to the United States. And then America, we are indigenous to America before the United States was the United States. Right. So why the hell do I got African in my name? I want to be able to make claims to, the game is to make as much claims to America as possible. And calling yourself another continent takes you out the game. African American. It serves you no purpose. Is America older than Africa? Let's see what ChatGPT say. Africa is considered the cradle of humanity. Well, I'm talking about the term Africa, not the continent. No, so we're formerly geographic after Africa. So whether you're talking about human society, geology, Africa has a much older history. If you want to, okay, all right, fine. So supposedly Africa is older than America. I'm thinking I'm getting it confused with the name Africa. Africa wasn't, or okay, here's what it says. It's. I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about America, not the United States. I'm talking about America before the United States. Yeah. And for 1,000 years before your indigenous civilization, Olmec, Inca, South America are still younger than Africa. Africa split off the continent. Right. So, right. The name Africa, I think it came in the 1300s, but America has always been America, or Amex, whatever you want to call it, before the name Africa was brought up. So the name of the game is to tie yourself as much to America as possible. We built the United States. Why would you want to call yourself something else that takes you away from that? We're old in the United States. Keep calling yourself African American. Where are they gonna ship your reparations to? How they gonna put your reparations in the mailbox if you keep calling yourself African American? You call yourself African American, they gonna ship your reparations to Zimbabwe, and a Zimbabwe nigga's gonna be one happy ass nigga. If you keep calling yourself a damn African American, there's nothing good that comes from calling yourself African. I just don't see it. And on top of that, man, these motherfuckers are so damn disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen the Essence Festival? I talked about it last night. And everybody keeps saying, well, they sold it to the Africans. They sold it, bitch. I don't give a damn. Keep culture. Keep roots. See what I'm saying? Like, if we had sold it to some Asians, Asians would even know that we got to keep this as Black American as possible in order to keep making a profit. The minute that we don't is the minute that we're going to lose. And then, sure enough, these Africans started losing. This wasn't the best Essence Festival. I'm not going to say it was an empty crowd. I'm not going to say nobody showed up because I seen a clip of people showing up, but it definitely wasn't the best year. Right. So the whole thing about it is we always have these immigrants coming in and they're trying to take what we built and install themselves in there and start waving their flags, start giving themselves notoriety over the things that we built. We see it all the time. Whenever somebody gets an award or achievement, that when they're Black, they start naming the country that they're from or the island that they're from. Like that girl, that nurse or doctor who became a doctor at a young age. I don't know. I seen it somewhere on Twitter, and she started claiming to be Haitian, first Haitian American to such and such. I'm like, God damn, God. But when you get in trouble, you Black though. You see what I'm saying? When you in trouble, you Black. But when you get an award, you Haitian in the motherfucker, or you African, or you Jamaican. Kodak Black, grew up in Pompano. See what I'm saying? You know, you couldn't get cool in the rap game from rapping in Creole. You gotta rap like a nigga out of Pompano. You know what I'm saying? All them niggas you hung around, and the first thing you do once you start getting some fame is start waving out, pulling out this Haitian flag. That's the first thing they do when they win an award. It's like, goddamn, nigga, you've been playing nigga this whole time. And as soon as you get an award, you start shouting out some shit that ain't got nothing to do with how you got this award. Right. Yeah. It's like they always do this. Like they take the things that we built and created a space for, and they act like us until they get an award, and then they start bringing out their culture, their flags, and other things that didn't contribute to the foundation of how they got here. See what I'm saying? You got here through access through being Black American. Black American created these spaces for you. Right. So the best thing you should do, what you should do is, the most honorable thing to do is to first shout out Black Americans for giving you this opportunity to be here. Because if we weren't here, if we didn't create these spaces, if we was really lazy and didn't do shit, these spaces wouldn't be available for you to get these awards in. You see what I'm saying? Like that movie actress, I know I shouldn't be saying her name because I'm horrible at names. Zendilda, let me see, what's her name? Zendilda, Oscar award, I forgot her name. Zoe Zelinda, whatever you want to call her, her. You know what I'm saying? The first thing, she been playing in, I told y'all I'm horrible at last names. She's been playing in Black movies for her whole entire life. And she been portraying herself as a Black girl this whole time. I didn't know she was Dominican. I couldn't tell. I thought she was a nigga. I thought she was somewhere from, New York or North Carolina, somewhere. Got on stage and the first thing she did was shout out Mexico. I'm playing. Zelinda. How you say her name? God damn it. How you say her name? Say her last name. Let's see. I'm trying to get this right.
Zoe Saldana.
Saldana. Yeah, Zoe Saldana. Whatever. Fuck it. Zoe Saldana. The minute she got her Oscar award, the motherfucker started putting Dominican Republic on the map. Started gang banging the DR. Damn. Yeah, y'all, it's about time, man. Because the thing is, nobody respects us. It's a disrespect. It's like these other groups of Blacks. They're so used to taking so much. They come from places that are starving. They're coming from leaders that don't care about their own people. So they're coming from a dog eat dog kind of sort of environment, and then they come to America with these same selfish ways. So they don't really appreciate. They don't know how to appreciate shit. They really don't know how to appreciate nothing. Jamaica fucked up. Haiti fucked up. Africa fucked up. These are all places where they had to practice being conservative, looking out for their own selfish needs. they don't really build nothing. They just take what they can and hoard it and try to make it stretch for a very long time. This is where these people are coming from. So when they come to America, they do the same thing with our achievements and the things that we've built. They take and they hoard it and they box people out. See what I'm saying? So it's disrespectful. And we have to start separating and letting these people know, hey, y'all can do that over there, but not inside our culture. We're not allowing that shit. You see what I'm saying? That shit ain't flying like that. Right? We don't get down like that, nigga. So we're gonna go ahead and put an end to this. And you know, they're not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it because they know they're not about to change, because it's been how many years now they've been in America? A lot of decades. And they haven't changed. They don't know how to. It's ingrained in them. So what's gonna happen is they're about to get hostile. Hey, some about to get, they starting to get hostile. Boy, when I messed around and got on the internet and started talking about FBA Florida, boy, I done pissed off a whole bunch of immigrants. Because essentially what you're doing when you call yourself FBA in whatever state that you're in, you're basically claiming the history and taking the credit of that state. And because Florida is such a mixed demographics, it has a lot of different groups of people, from immigrants, maybe Africans, you know, all kind of islanders, Caribbeans. You know, when a nigga like me, who's FBA, tells Florida, hey, Florida, you belong to Black Americans because Black Americans built Florida. We built Rosewood. We built historical Overtown, the Harlem of the South, Black Wall Streets. We built all the neighborhoods. We built Liberty City, Coconut Grove, with the help of, you know, some contribution help of the Bahamas. But all the way to Central Florida, North Florida, all that is Black Americans. We've built that. See what I'm saying? I mean, Bahamians, we built that. Right. So when we start making these claims, we start claiming that we built where we're at, it kind of makes these immigrants feel like, well, damn, nigga, what are you trying to say? Nigga, I said it, nigga, you ain't built shit. As an FBA Floridian, we built Florida. Simple as that. Since immigrants been here in Florida, since they've been in Miami, they ain't built shit other than Bahamians. And they don't get the whole cake because they try to take the whole cake. They don't get the whole cake. They contribute to Black Americans because we was already starting to build in Dade before it was called Miami, before they let them niggas in here. Right. So we built this motherfucker. Right. Yeah, from the ground up. When we start making claims like this, it pisses a lot of them off. Now I'm getting threats left and right. Talking about some nigga, pull up, nigga, pull up. I'm finna pull up, drop the low, drop the low, drop the low, drop the addy, nigga. Why you talking down on Haitians? I ain't talking down on nobody. I'm telling you motherfuckers the truth. I started talking about the Florida Seminoles, and the motherfuckers started throwing their Haitian flags in my bio. I had to tell them niggas, man, y'all sorry ass niggas, y'all ain't had shit to do with this shit. Get y'all flags out of my fucking comment section. I done Googled it. I done researched it and done the scholar research. Y'all ass was not here. You was conforming to white supremacy in Haiti, nigga. With the Spanish, with the French, until y'all learned how to beat their ass. Yeah, we was over here in Florida as Black indigenous putting that BTA to these crackers. Right. We take the credit for that. You had one nigga over here. And that one nigga, they didn't contribute to whether we lost or won. He was just here, working underneath the Spanish, conforming like a motherfucker. Right. Yeah, so what's going on is when we delineate, we're now not giving nothing for them to leech onto, to grab onto. And when we start kicking them out of spaces, like imagine we start kicking them out of rap. Imagine we start kicking them out of our history. Imagine we start kicking them out the title of Black. So when they mention Black or Black pride, Black power, we're not including them. They're gonna be mad as fuck. They gonna want to fight. That's what's gonna happen. They want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting all kind of crazy messages. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we this, we that. Nigga, I'm from y'all niggas not on that shit like that, player. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that y'all can't be, but I'm saying that I'm from the area. I'm from the city of Miami. And y'all weren't the niggas that if there was any niggas that made me at least a tad bit concerned, it wasn't no immigrants. It wasn't no Caribbeans. Them not the niggas that made me have to say, man, I gotta go handle that right now. We gotta squash that right now. I gotta handle this right now. It wasn't no immigrants who made me feel like that. You know what I'm saying? It was some of them other boys who I knew I had to go ahead and we had to check it right then and there. Yeah, so I don't know where they got this, this macho from that they run shit. And niggas don't run shit. Yeah, don't let the blogs and media fool you. There's a lot of them here, but they don't run nothing. They just populate here. They didn't build nothing here. They don't got no buildings here. They didn't make any neighborhoods here. We made all the neighborhoods. Right. Right, exactly. So this is how we gonna deal with them. See what I'm saying? So I want a lot of y'all to pay close attention. Everybody's gonna watch this on YouTube because I know there ain't anybody watching. Whoever's watching this right now, my one viewer, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? To everybody who's gonna watch this on YouTube, I want you to pay close attention to this. Listen, when you're dealing with tethers who are mad, let's say you're dealing with hoodlum tethers. When you're dealing with hoodlum tethers, the only way to deal with them, especially the ones who like to get hostile, there's only one way to deal with them. You gotta call ICE. yeah, nigga. Yeah, you have to call ICE. Call ICE on these niggas, man. Yeah, don't be scared to call ICE. Call ICE on these damn immigrants when they start getting rowdy and shit and start swinging their machetes in the air. You ain't got time to beef with this nigga. You have no time to be angry and beefing with this nigga. You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm looking for the word right now. The historical backing of this. Married. Something like that. Let me see. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, you don't got time. Hold on, let me look it up right now. When the slaves. Yeah, you ain't got time to be beefing with these immigrants. When a hoodlum tether immigrant gets out of hand, you threaten to call ICE. Yeah, we listen, and it's not snitching because they're not of the culture. Yeah, these motherfuckers who try to act like they more gangster than us, they're not of the culture. They don't know what a lot of these street codes and these street rules came from. They came in and tried to adapt to what we already established, but they're not of the culture. You don't play street games with white people. Yeah, yeah, you don't play. You handle white people the way you supposed to. So, like I'm saying, if you guys run across these hoodlum immigrants who are threatening you, or they're mad that we're delineating, they get rowdy for some strange reason, don't beef with them. Call ICE. Go ahead and pull out your phone. Be like, hey. I'ma call. Keep acting up. I'ma call, nigga. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. I don't give a damn. They could be mad all they want. They could call it what they want. It is what it is. They're not of the culture. It's not snitching if they're not of the culture. Right. If you're not Black American, you don't get to play by the street rules. We don't have to play street rules with you. So if an immigrant get rowdy, I don't care if it's a Haitian, a Jamaican, an African, and they start swinging the machetes, get that ICE number ready and get the hello. We got them. We got them. We got a whole bunch of them. Do I get a reward or not? Right. Yeah, nigga. And tell them that, nigga, you ain't a part of the culture, nigga. You ain't black. Cause listen, if we're gonna delineate from these people, we gotta stop giving them certain benefits. So the street codes and street rules, those are benefits Black Americans have amongst each other. Those are codes that we started and created from slavery. It started off in slavery. Snitching, that came from slavery. So I'm saying these are things that apply to us that we built in America. These other groups of people who are coming here and trying to act like they're down and they're cool with the culture, they don't get the same street codes that we got, man. Man, call them people, bro. It ain't the same shit. See what I'm saying? That's like a white boy talking about the street code, nigga. Please, you can't. So the word I'm looking for is meritorious manumission, Act of 1719, a law that allowed enslaved people in American colonies to be freed as a reward for certain acts deemed beneficial to slave owners or colonial authorities. So this is the first instant of snitching. So snitching came from this meritorious Act of 1710 that basically was saying if you snitched on a slave or snitched on a slave revolt that they're planning, you get a reward. That's where snitching comes from. So don't be scared of snitching on these damn immigrants. They weren't with us during slavery. Yeah, these niggas down in Miami, these immigrants down in Miami trying to act like they black Americans. They wasn't with us during slavery, nigga. They don't. The street rules do not apply to them. Call ICE. Yeah, nigga. Right. So when we get to start claiming our lineage, we ain't gotta worry about them trying to get in our way. Threatening. Well, I'm gonna pull up to your location. Drop your addy. I'm gonna drop the addy, nigga. And guess who's gonna be on my addy? ICE. waiting for your ass to get deported. Right. Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm finna do? I'm finna go get me a Call Ice shirt. That's what I'm about to do. Oh, my bad. Listen, my bad. Y'all forgot. Hey, listen. If you guys have a black-owned business out there and you guys wanted to get promoted, please let me know. DM me or whatever you have to sell. If you have any products, music, YouTube, podcast, whatever the case may be, shoot me a DM. Go ahead and send a DM to my TikTok or Instagram. It's in my Twitch bio. And go ahead and send me a quick message, and I'll go ahead and start promoting your guys' black-owned business. That's first. Second, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and hit the description box down below and hit that Cash App and donate $1 so we can keep coming on here every night at 9:30 and give you guys free game. All right, back to the show. Right, man. Listen, man, don't be scared to snitch on these motherfuckers. I had a Haitian get in my conversation talking about oh, you gonna drop a dime on me? I say, yeah, nigga. I'm dropping a dime on your ass. You not black, nigga. I don't gotta follow the rules with you. You ain't no street nigga. It don't apply to you. The hell, I'm calling nice, nigga. Yeah, quick, fast, in a hurry. Talk about some man. Yeah, we have to take away their right of thinking that they're down with us or cool with us. So I'm saying we got to start treating them like how white folks treat niggas. We got to start treating them like nigga, I'm better than you, nigga. But this is only the ones who are tethers, though. We don't treat every single one of them like this. We treat the ones that I call tethers, the ones who come to America and try to undermine American achievements, and they have these salty ways to Black Americans, or they're trying to stop the FBA movement, the delineation. Those are the ones we treat lower than niggas, like how white folks treat them. So white folks don't deal with niggas. They don't try to fight niggas. They don't pull up on niggas. They call the police. Right, we gotta do the same thing with these niggas. This is another way to kick them out the culture, to delineate. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt of having street rules apply to them. So when they get rowdy, the rules don't apply to them. We call ICE on them. Nigga, I'm gonna call ICE and it's gonna feel good because I get to keep my freedom. And on top of that, I get to I get to see you and your family get packed up and shipped out the country. Now how can I lose? How can I lose? The only way I lose is if I try to get gangster with you, then I lose my freedom. And we can't do that. Let me tell y'all something. Them going to jail is better than them going back to their home country. One more time. Them going to jail is better than them going back to their home country. Some of them would rather go to jail in the U.S. than go back to Africa, Haiti, or Jamaica, or any other place. Right. So you're going to lose at the end of the day if you try to beef with these people. So the proper way to deal with them is to go ahead and call ICE. You know what I'm saying? Less energy for you. Just go ahead. Hey, I think we have a suspect. I don't give a damn if he has his birth certificate or not. Somebody in that house don't got their birth certificate. Somebody in that house don't got their green card. I think somebody in the house over there, he's trying to pull up, and I think he has somebody in the car. And I don't think he's a legal resident. Can you please come check this person out? He looks very black. Come check him out. Right. You got to start pulling these cars on these people, man. Keep them in line. Right. So, Yeah, they're gonna start getting mad when we start straightening out the facts. When we start straightening out, you know, the history, laying out what we got going on. Because in places like Miami, a lot of Caribbeans and stuff like that, or other groups of people, they're not used to foundation Black Americans speaking out on their lineage, speaking out on their culture, being loud about it. Because there's so much stuff going on in Miami that we don't really got time to be worried about that stuff. So I'm saying we don't got time to be screaming our achievements because we're facing, economic racism. We're being boxed out by other groups of people. Everybody's practicing group economics, and we don't really have time to be out there shouting out all our achievements when they're suffocating us, basically. See what I'm saying? But what I want to start telling people is, you screaming out your achievements, or you knowing what you did for Florida, what you did for Miami specifically, is going to get you in certain spaces. You got to start making claims. You know what I'm saying? You got to start acting like you belong here. So as Black Americans, we have to start being more vocal about our achievements. Um, and it's going to give you more of authority over certain groups of people who just migrated here. See what I'm saying? That's your power right there. Is you have lineage of people who built. They don't. See what I'm saying? The damn sure not longer than you. So we gotta start speaking loudly. They're not used to that. Most people think that, Miami is just Caribbean people or immigrants just because they're the loudest. But there's a lot of Black Americans down here. We're just so caught up in other different things that we don't really have the time. A majority of us don't know our history. They don't really teach it down here. So when we start screaming this loud, when we start screaming FBA loud down here, we're gonna piss a lot of people off because we're gonna kick a lot of people out of the culture. But it has to be done. You see what I'm saying? It has to be done. Anyways, yeah, dog. So that's pretty much it for the night, y'all. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Appreciate this one viewer who came on here and tuned in tonight, and everybody else who came in for 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Fuck y'all. Uh, just a reminder, we're on every night at 9:30. Once I get unsuspended for TikTok, I'll hop back on TikTok live and get things jumping again. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good night. And don't forget, if you guys have a Black owned business and you want me to start promoting it, go ahead and shoot me a DM either through TikTok or, yeah, mainly through TikTok because they suspended my Instagram. Shoot me a quick DM, tell me what the product is, and let's talk about it. Other than that, appreciate y'all.